Hey YouTube, I'm Daver.
I'm Jer.
And we're the Fragrance Bros.
Fragrance Bros. What's up?
The long anticipated, for a whole week.
That's right. We heard you crying.
That's right. The top 5 things we love about the fragrance industry.
Yes.
We love a lot of fragrances.
Oh yeah.
We love a lot of things.
That's why we do this.
That's why we do it.
Yeah. That's right.
We got accused of hating all fragrances, by the way.
But you got accused of that.
I got accused of it. Rolls eyes, backslash. Anyway, let's start off. What is your first pick?
Okay. I love, just for myself, I love bargain shopping for fragrances.
Yes.
And in the fragrance industry in the world, there is, for the most part, there is a lot of that to be had. And I will just say it that when I see on Facebook or certain places what people have paid for certain fragrances, or the fact that they've just gone and bought it from a department store, I don't understand. I mean,
yeah.
with almost without exception, Amazon.com has given me great deals on everything that I've wanted to buy. They have a lot of checks and balances in place to make sure their sellers are legitimate. Typically they have their own refund policy in place that will kind of back it up. And even places like Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, the Perfume Spot, Perfume Emporium, Perfume Country, Fragra, Scented Monkey, Sentiments. I mean, there are a ton of websites, and there are coupon codes for these websites.
Yep.
A lot of them have an account with Ebates, so you can go through Ebates to get to them and save money that way. I love bargain shopping. I love trying to find the best deal. I will spend a day or two on a fragrance before I buy it, looking to save $2. I just like doing that.
Yeah.
So this particular hobby or industry affords me that opportunity to do it a lot.
Yeah. My first pick is freebies.
Hey.
I love it when usually niche companies are a little better at this than designers, but designers will do it too. I love it when, like last week we talked about how we hate it when designers or fragrance companies, they don't give samples.
Right.
And I love it when they give samples, but I love it even more when they give you beyond what they're supposed to. Like if they give you their entire line of samples, like they did with Tom Ford.
Amazing.
Yeah. What's some other ones? What was that one that we? Dang it! They had the Triple Pure.
Triple Pure. That was Atelier.
Yeah, Atelier. Atelier colognes.
Such a southern.
And then, and then by Kilian. We haven't gotten stuff from them, but I've heard of people getting samples of their entire line in like a velour case or velvet case or whatever.
I think Serge Lutens.
Oh yeah.
Apparently gives free samples to Polly Peanuts. Shout out to Polly Peanuts. I think he got.
Oh yeah, Guinea 54.
Guinea 54. Okay, on YouTube. I didn't know the name. Sorry, but apparently some of these companies will give you like their whole line. Yeah, which is amazing.
That is amazing.
Awesome.
And I wish they did that. I love it when companies go out of their way to reward customers for customer loyalty. Yeah. Like we've mentioned Thierry Mugler before, but Thierry Mugler on their website, if you input the code, you get like a virtual bottle that fills up. We have no idea what that does, but that keeps us wanting to shop with them.
I'm so close. When I find out, we'll tell you.
It's on.
I think I need one more bottle.
Yeah, I do too.
So.
But so it makes us wanting to, and everything they do rewards the customer. So even if it's just small things like, oh, here's a backstage pass, or here's some things about this type of fragrance or whatever. Yeah. They reward you some ways just because you bought something. That's really nice.
Yeah, that is cool. My number 4 is the variants that you can find on a note in different fragrances. Like, for example, the one that I'm most familiar with is vetiver.
Yeah.
That you can smell like a really smoky, thick, dark vetiver in Encre Noir, and then like a really clean vetiver in like Creed's original vetiver.
Yeah.
Or like in Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver, which smells to me like just boiled peanuts. But it smells good though. I mean, like the fact that one note can be so different because of the stuff that's around it.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like I love discovering new takes on a familiar thing. So
that is really nice when they can find, I like that a lot too. My next one is when they have intense or parfum versions of the original.
Oh yeah.
I love it when companies will do that because with men's fragrances, like 95%, I would say 95, maybe less, but it's scientific.
No, that's right.
But the majority of fragrances for men are eau de toilette.
Right.
And personally, I want eau de parfum.
Right.
Because I'm into fragrances. I want something that's going to last a long time. And they have some men's fragrances like the Creeds. their Millésime edition. Millésime is another word for Eau de Parfum. So those are supposedly Eau de Parfum. Thierry Mugler's are Eau de Parfum for men.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they listed on their website. So, but there are some other ones like I think La Nuit de l'Homme has a parfum edition,
which is apparently very different from the
right.
EDT.
Yeah,
interesting.
Which that's kind of cool too, I guess. At the same time, I don't like that.
Yeah. How about Thierry d'Hermes, EDT, EDP?
Exactly.
Now we've tried those, and the differences are noticeable, but not to where it wouldn't.
Yeah.
They're noticeable.
Yeah. But yeah,
Anyway, I derailed you a little.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, I like intense parfum editions. Okay. Next.
My number 3 is how a fragrance can make me feel, or how it can make you feel. I remember, I believe it was for Incre Noir when Robes 08 Mark was reviewing it. He said when he wears it, he feels like he owns the room when he walks in. And I can relate to that feeling. Certain fragrances, when I'm wearing them, even though I'm aware they may not be projecting like a beast, when I smell them, I feel confident.
Yeah.
Or I feel cool. Like, for example, I go to the gym in the morning before I go to work. And there's some fragrances I dare not wear because they make me feel hot. But there are other ones which have no actual temperature change will make me feel cooler.
Yeah.
For example, if I wear Rocky Mountain Wood after I've worked out, I feel cooler because of that cool fall thing to it.
Okay.
Or Bulgari Aquamarine.
Yeah.
Also has a cooling feeling to me. Or some things can make you feel kind of sensual, or some things can make you feel, clean. All these different things, how they can really impact, like almost like your psychological state.
Yeah.
It's really interesting the way it can do that.
Yeah, I do like that too a lot. I really like fragrances that when the fragrance industry does that, when they purposely make something like Musk Ravageur,
right,
is supposedly like really animalic.
Yeah.
Which I don't think there's any animalic notes in there. Funny enough.
Nope. There's some medicine up in that mug.
That's right. But you know how it's supposed to be animalic or stuff like you said, like supposed to be sensual or clean.
Right.
I really like it when they make stuff in a specific genre.
Yeah. Very cool.
My next one is daring scents. I really like it when a fragrance company goes out of their way to make something that is really almost bizarre, that will rock the fragrance industry, like Dior Fahrenheit, Christian Dior Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
That one is classic. It was made in 1988.
Yeah.
You can smell it today, and it doesn't smell dated at all.
Nope.
But you have probably smelled someone who's worn it before.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so daring and so different with that really gasoline type of note.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It really changed the fragrance industry in a way to push other companies to make them more daring, because it was so unique that everyone liked how unique it was. Right. There are a million scents out there that smell clean and fresh and stuff like that.
Right.
And there are a place for clean and fresh fragrances.
Yeah.
But, I love it when they're like, I'm going to put rubber in this.
That's right. Or Black.
I'm going to put tar in this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or I'm going to put, something wild. I don't know. Something.
I know exactly what you mean. There's some fragrances that I smell, and I say the same thing. It smells like every other cologne I've ever smelled.
Yeah.
Not that every cologne smells that way, but it just smells like cologne.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't smell like anything distinct. It's just cologne, which doesn't smell bad, but it's just, I like daring too.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 2 is the supportive community, the fragrance community.
Yes.
For the most part, the fragrance community is really united and really giving and compassionate. And, I don't know. I'm probably most active on Facebook myself.
Yeah.
And I'll just see a lot of just support, a lot of likes, a lot of comments about stuff, which if that was on a regular Facebook feed, somebody probably wouldn't bother commenting on it. But because we're in this community, we kind of talk to each other, support each other. People send free samples, or a lot of free samples.
Yeah.
In the case of $40, sent
a
ton.
Still thinking $40.
Yeah.
Months later.
Yeah, and that's very common. Like Dan sending out the mystery samples.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a very cool thing. It's just a very cool community. So I'm really enjoying being a part of it.
Yeah, I love the YouTube community as well. I mean, we're part of the YouTube community. Yeah. Usually, I'm pretty much the answer guy for Fragrance Bros, but Jared also participates on Fragrance Bros on our Facebook account, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we love everyone who participates. The reviewers are so friendly and so kind. Just the listeners and watchers of our actual channel have so much kind things to say most of the time.
Even when they have a dissenting opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
They still will be like, I disagree with you. I think you're wrong. But great video, guys.
Keep doing it. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine with us. We love differing opinions as
Yeah.
well. But it's really nice to have such an open community of fragrance heads or whatever. What I really am hoping with the fragrance community is that it becomes so large that the fragrance industry pays attention to it.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of, no pun intended, but we're kind of a niche audience. I'm not talking designer niche. I'm talking a niche.
Yes.
And we're just a subsection of the actual slice of the pie of the fragrance audience.
Definitely the minority.
Definitely the minority. But I think that if somehow we could get the general audience to watch our videos or stuff like that, then I think that the fragrance industry would start paying attention, because there are so many educated and intelligent and just amazing reviewers out there who know what they're talking about. Like, I'm thinking of Frunkinator. Frunkinator, if you're out there, we love your channel. But
Yes.
he has an amazing nose. He has his nose on just a ton of things.
Yeah.
And I think of him like, I would want him to be heard by niche houses or designer houses. I know that a lot of them aren't going to pay attention to us. But if one or two did, that would make a difference.
You can't deny that the influence that watching certain reviews or certain reviewers have on your purchasing decisions.
Yeah.
If someone that you respect really likes a fragrance and is very succinct when they describe it, and they're very, they describe it well, it can really make you want to buy it more.
Absolutely.
And can really turn out some blind buys. I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it. So it would be wise for the industry, the fragrance industry, to make an attempt to harness that.
Yeah.
Or to get involved in some way.
Yeah, absolutely.
If
there are so many, like you said, there are so many reviewers out there that I was like this close from buying a couple of fragrances.
Never smelled it.
Yeah.
Just heard them talk about it. Thought, God, I need this.
They sold it.
Yeah, they did.
They sold it better than any other rep could have sold it.
Yeah.
Because most of those reps, they don't know what they're talking about.
Almost.
They don't know. They're just out there doing a job. They don't even care about fragrances. They're just knocking it out 9 to 5.
This should have gone on my things I hate list.
Yeah, that's right.
Those department store reps who know less than you. And you end up educating them.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's your job. Know it. God.
My next one is quality control and quality presentation.
Yeah.
Usually, fragrance companies know to make quality presentation with the bottles and box. Some go further than others.
Right.
But and so I usually like it when they go further.
Yeah.
And when they make something unique or stuff like that. But quality control as well. When they put really nice ingredients, or even if they're synthetic, I don't care if they're synthetic or not. But if it smells like $1 million, like I'm thinking of Tim McGraw Southern Blend.
Right.
That's a cheapie, but for the price, that smells really good.
It smells great.
English leather smells really good for the price.
$15.
$15.
It smells great.
Some other ones. I mean, we could probably name other ones where the quality of the ingredients, they just smell really good.
Yeah.
And so I really like it. I love it
Yeah.
when they get that right.
Yeah. All right, so my number one thing that I love most about fragrances in general is just the absolute sheer variety of fragrances that are out there. I mean, I would never have guessed before I got into this. I guess my perception of the world was kind of tied to Tommy and Hugo Boss and things like that. I mean, I had no idea. There are so freaking many fragrances, and they can be so different. And they can go from smelling good, like in a safe way, to smelling good in a very, very daring way.
Yeah.
They could even be some things that really, at first glance or first sniff, kind of stink.
Yeah.
But they grow on you. It's just, there's so much variety. There's a never-ending variety.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It makes you want to keep buying and keep smelling.
Yeah.
It'll suck you in, son.
That was also my last one.
Well, there you go.
SBWs.
Bros.
Yeah, my last one was variety as well. But specifically, what I mean by variety is variety within a fragrance house. So when they have a line where it goes anywhere between fresh and fruity to dark and seductive and everything between and daring and stuff like that, I love it when they do that. And I also love it when their variety goes into making new fragrances every year or every other year or something like that. I love it when they have that kind of variety.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
I think that's it. Did you have any runners up?
Nope.
I had one runner up, and it was just an opposite of what we talked about last week, but it was not discontinuing fragrances. There are some fragrances out there that they're never going to discontinue.
Oh yes.
And I love that.
Yeah.
So I'll always love that when they, even if they have to reformulate it, I would hate that. But at the same time, I'll always love it when I know that they're always going to keep a certain fragrance in the line.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want something that you really love to go away.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm with you.
Like Old Spice.
Keep it coming. Keep them coming, Drakkar.
That's right.
Halston.
That's right.
Adidas moves. Bring it.
Oh man, gorgeous. Stetson.
Fujiyama. There's a bottle of Fujiyama that is forever on the shelf at our Marshalls.
Yeah.
I think it must be 17 ounces.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's like $10.
They can't give that crap away.
No. I can't even find it on Fragrantica base notes.
What about a Zorro? I always see a Zorro, just straight up a Zorro. It must stink.
It must. I smelled it one time, didn't like it. Anyway, we'll have to do a review of that sometime.
Yeah, we digress.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week with another non-review. We're the Fragrance Brothers. We'll see you later.